How do I become a more stylish rider? This is a question a lot of people ask me, and there's so much to it. Style on a bike is an art form, and finding your style is very easy if you can look at it from the right approach. For example, the way I found my style was by imagining what feels the best on a bike. When I was first getting into biking, I had this certain feeling in mind on what like endless flow and the perfect ride felt like. And when I would ride a certain way and I would match that feeling with my riding, that's when I would actually be the most stylish on my bike. So whatever feels the smoothest, the most fun, the flowiest, that's usually going to be the most stylish. Now, style comes down to personal preference at the same time. Different riders have completely different styles. There's no right or wrong. If you're smooth on a bike and you look good, you're stylish. Whether or not you're whipping one direction, scrubbing the other, whether you're 1 foot forward or the other, none of those things really matter as long as you're getting down the hill smooth and you're doing it in a unique way that's your own unique artistic approach to riding a bike. And that's how you find your style, is by feel and by visually watching others who inspire you to catch that same feeling. Ultimately, the way you read the trail and the way that you really think about and visualize riding your bike is going to dictate what your style is. Everyone has their own unique and individual idea on what smooth riding should look and feel like, and that's kind of a great starting point to go from. I want to show you how to become more stylish on your average line, like what we have below here is just a long flowing single track with a few steep rock features. If you're not as creative and you're just like trying to roll through and be really basic on your bike, then you'll get through it nice and smooth and you'll roll through it no problem, doing all the proper intermediate skills. But to get to that advanced level and get really stylish, really flowy and more creative, you have to start reading the trail in a few different ways and consider some past skills that you've picked up and how to combine that into a setting like this. Let's take a look at that and I'll break down all these little elements with you. Manuals are a great way to add style to a line. Look at a spot where there's a nice natural place to pop up your front wheel and dip into a transition. At the top of this line, the first little hill has a nice flat section right before it, and you can pop right into that flat section, pop up into manual, and then dip your front wheel right into that first transition. It'll make your line smoother, it might make you a bit faster, but most importantly, it's gonna add a lot of style to your riding. Pre-hops are one of my favorite things to do to add style to a line because they make everything smoother and more fun. Essentially, you're just taking a bunny hop right before a natural transition on the trail, whether it's a rock or a piece of dirt or anything. And imagine you're about to approach a grass hill and hop into it. That's kind of how you time it out. You come into it, you bunny hop, you land on the backside and use the transition. And it's just a natural way to hit more transitions, less flat sections, so you're almost hopping around the trail more and it looks cooler. Lastly is the scrub. I love this skill because it's a great way to carry as much speed as possible without overshooting everything, and it adds so much style to your riding because in order to scrub, you can never stay completely straight on your bike. You're always twisting and turning a little more. It looks really cool and it's really practical in a lot of situations. Take a look at these next clips for some great visual examples of these techniques in action. I think the biggest takeaway you can get from this lesson is to remember to open up your mind, get out there, get creative, think about these stylish techniques you're working on and how you can apply them to any trail section or segment, whether it's a rolling rock section like what's right down here, a set of jumps, really anything. Get out there, play around, do what feels the coolest to you and the most fun, and really work on that and build from there.